Very soon we're to the 12-hour.
Yes.
In the Ferrari 458.
Yeah.
Great lineup, great event, international proportion today. Teams jetting in from all over the world. And you're in a very
well, yeah. I've done the 12-hour race for a number of years. I love it. It's just let's face it, it's Bathurst. It's one of the best tracks in the world. You get an opportunity to drive at Bathurst, you drive at Bathurst. Yeah. Until the day I die, I will try and drive at Bathurst because it's the ultimate, in Australia for sure. Last year was the first year it was a GT event, and I drove a Ferrari with Peter Edwards, a friend in Melbourne, and Timmy Lay,
yep,
who's a Ford dealer from Orange, and a good bloke. He's one of our mates. So yep. This year Pete's bitten the bullet, and then he's bought a new car. Brand new 458, which is the newest, latest model Ferrari, and the GT3 version is basically a turnkey race car. It's going to be run by Maranello Motorsport in Melbourne, who ran the car before. I've driven it very briefly at Phillip Island. I did 2 little 8-lap runs in it, which is not a lot of mileage, but it's nice, it's good. It's got a lot of, I call them gizmos. It's got a lot of technical stuff in it, like seriously techo racing car. I'm a kind of a half techo head. I appreciate what it is, and I'm really looking forward to it. The main driver, I guess, in the team will be Allan Simonsen, who does a lot of Ferrari racing in Europe, and I've raced against Allan a number of times. And in a Ferrari, there's probably none better. In a GT3 car, there's probably none better. So I think it's great because last year I was kind of the main driver and I had to do most of the work. This year I'll be able to do, I'll be able to
get the coffees.
I'll be like, like dear Frank Gardner used to say, I'll be the lunchtime stint man. And
I'll be having a rest and a lay down.
I'll be having a banana, do a few laps, and then have another banana. But seriously, it'll be hopefully a competitive car. Allan's one of his other teammates in Europe, a guy called Dominik Farnbacher. He's a German guy, and from what I understand, he's a very top-level GT3 driver, so he's coming out to drive. So there'll be Allan, Dominik, myself and Pete. So, it's a good little... Pete's been at it only for a couple of years, but he's improved dramatically. He's on a very steep learning curve, but it's going really well. I do quite a bit of tuition with him and coaching, and an awesome bloke. So, hopefully it'll be a good event. And, we're against factory teams from Germany, Mercedes-Benz, factory teams from Germany, Audi. So it's a big ask, but, it's not impossible.
And I guess is that you turn up, it's a new car, it's got some form, it's obviously currently holds the Bathurst lap record.
Yeah, I think that was probably slightly misleading. I think the conditions were good. It's a bonsai lap. A 12-hour race is a 12-hour race. It lasts for 12 hours. That's why it's called a 12-hour race.
So you've got to get 11 hours before it begins.
Yeah, well, you've got to be in the hunt. Yeah. And strategy-wise, it's quite strategic. We're going to have the help of Matty Boniface, who I worked with at Brad Jones, who was at Brad Jones a lot of times, and who quite often I used to call him a magician. He'd pull a... Yeah, like Jason Richards and Andy Jones at Phillip Island in 2010, they were nearly a lap behind. Next thing they're on the podium. That was Matty's great driving, awesome driving, but Matty's strategies, and he's coming to help us. So that part of it I'll be very comfortable with, and I think it'll be good. Now, how lucky am I? I've been racing cars 40 years, and here I am. I'm driving a brand new 458 at Australia's best racetrack. So I'm blessed, aren't I, really?